Now, more on our investigation into house horrors and the story that the Bassett family of Oliva Heights.
Earlier, we told you how their falling out with an unlicensed contractor left them with big additions to their home, which turned out to be illegal. 5 years later, the problem is still there. Daryl Huff explains why the city's response to the problem is making it even harder to fix.
When a city inspector saw construction going on Oliva Drive, he asked a simple question: where's the permit? There was none. Homeowners AJ and Mary Jean Bassett say their contractor was promising the paperwork but never delivered. From then, they say, they tried to follow varying advice from the city inspectors.
And then the next one said that we had to go from 10 feet from there back to here. And then the fourth guy had us cut it off back there.
The building codes are just the minimum safety standards. They're the minimum safety standards.
Facing $200 daily fines, Bassett tried to comply, spending more money on architects and engineers for plans and permits, and trying to cover the decks himself.
But I'm getting dripped on over here.
Well, the roof never got finished.
He's now been told it will cost him $50,000 just to tear down, or $250,000 to bring the structures up to code. Meanwhile, the city fines reached more than $60,000 and have been attached as a lien to the property.
What is the goal of the lien overall?
Actually, it's more of an incentive to make sure that people work towards resolving their violation.
It is a system that has worked. It forced a landlord who housed tenants in a dangerous scaffold structure to remove it after it fell, and led to foreclosure of a North Shore home which had been turned into a tourist store. But for the Bassetts and some other owner-occupants, the lien becomes a bigger problem than the violation.
The city penalties have put the Bassetts in a classic catch-22. The city won't lift the liens until they fix this up, but they can't get the money to fix it up until the city lifts the liens.
Once you're wrong with the city and county, you're wrong. And there's not a whole lot of sympathy in trying to get you repaired, even though you did everything you thought was the right thing to do, not to get in trouble.
We don't want to lien people, but we know sometimes we have to. But in the end, we just want to make sure that it's all taken care of, and then we'll settle the liens with them.
The Bassett's best hope now is that the value of their house will rise, giving them equity they can borrow against again.
Well, somehow we'll figure out how to get through all this. Just at the moment, it's not a real bright look, but we're trying.
Mary Jean Bassett said she felt like the city was kicking them when they were down, but they now know that they might have been able to avoid their current situation by going online. They would have learned their contractor had no license and that there were no permits for the work.
People should be taught how to do this correctly.
You can find out how to do it right by going to KITV.com and checking out links we have right now about how you can check out a business online, check for their records, their complaints, and even check for your own building permits. We're also going to keep working this story because we know there are more victims out there. If you go to KITV Investigates, we can hear your experiences and your ideas. Later on, we'll report back both on the website and on the newscast. Daryl Huff, KITV4 News.
All right. And as Daryl mentioned, he's going to be following up on stories like these.
Yeah, if you know of any similar situations, be sure to let him know and head to the Hot Topics section of our website, KITV.com. It's so sad, too, because, I mean, this is somebody who knew their family, and, you trust a little bit more. So,
But like they said, important lesson to look online and do a little research.
Yep.